Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Haloyim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. All right, in this lesson, the student spirit is going to be entitled, The American Dream is Just That. You have to be asleep to believe it. The American dream is just that. You have to be asleep to believe it. All right. And in this society, there's a saying that goes, when you grow up, you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer. Go home to a 2-story house and a white picket fence. But that reality has slipped away from the grips of the fingers of the inhabitants thereof. And the American dream is just that. You have to be asleep to believe it. All right, and this is an article from 2017, but it is still relevant on to this day and the times that we're in. Because as we approach a societal collapse, all right, turmoil, pandemonium, this article is still relevant. All right, and it's from the WEF. As you can see at the top, the title says, How the American Dream Turned into Greed and Inequality. How the American dream turned into greed and inequality. You see? Because this nation was built on the backs of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. So when a hard-working person goes to work and they say, well, I shed blood, sweat, and tears for this opportunity to make it, okay, they're really saying that they've gotten this far off the backs of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. Okay? And that's a true statement. Because the founding fathers of America, they gained this opportunity off of you Israelites, man. All right? Let me get this real quick before I get into that article. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord, and we see the Lord in all caps, is going into Yahweh. All right, in the Ancient of Days, it says, when the Lord Yahweh, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And that he is the so-called white man, Esau Edom. All right, that yoke of iron is on our necks until this day. And even though the physical yoke is not on our necks, all right, it's a corporate yoke, so to speak, right? So the Most High put us in this land, like it tells you. Let's see, Chaldea. This is Jeremiah 24:5. All right. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, the power of Israel, like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive of Judah. So the Lord is going to recognize us first and foremost by his name. That's how the Lord recognizes us. Right. When you're in a class, right, they say, hey, roll call, who's here? And you say your name and you say you're present. Right. So the Lord ultimately acknowledged us by his name and giving us the Paleo-Hebrew. Okay. Us as in the Israelites, the elect of the house of Israel. Lord willing, I'm of that number, man. And the brothers who labor around me. But it says, them that are carried away captive of Judah, whom I have sent out of this place into the land of the Chaldeans, which is America. Okay. The virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay. into the land of the Chaldeans for their good. So the Lord sent us here for a purpose, man. He sent us here for a reason, okay? For a lesson, man, okay? And for us to know that ultimately this American dream, in order to believe it, all right, you have to be asleep, okay? All right, so this article, it says how the American dream turned into greed and inequality. It says the American dream is broken. Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House of Representatives, recently stated that in our country, the condition of your birth does not determine the outcome of your life. Yet the idea that every American has an equal opportunity to move up in life is false. And that's very true, man. The idea that every American has an equal opportunity to move up in life is false. Because us being so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, which are Israelites according to the Bible, Judites, Benjamites, Levites, Zebulonites, Ephraimites, okay, Gadites, Manassites, okay, Issacharites, and so on and so forth. We don't have an equal opportunity to make a life for ourselves in this world, man. In order to make a name for yourself or to declare wealth in this society, you have to degrade yourself. You have to stoop down. You have to bow down to the image of the system. All right? And we know that the ultimate bowing down to this image is that charagma, okay? Revelation 13 and 16. Which 2/3 of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, you're going to take it willingly, man. Because you're asleep. Because you don't want to be woke spiritually, man. You want to be woke into this world. Fake woke, man. Oh, well, I got my Ankh on. I got the Eye of Horus. Yeah, the pyramids, brother. Right on. That's foolishness, man. Wake up. At any moment, we could scroll down on our phones and get an alert that says, you can't go into the next city. You can't buy, sell, or trade except you have this charagma. They're getting ready to roll out on you, Jakes, man. Like, as it is written, the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night, man. So the American dream is just that, man. You have to be asleep to believe it. And as we see, the society is just coming unglued, man. As Apostle Tahar coined this year, 2023, the hopeful year that all prophecies come to pass, man. And that is so, all right? Because the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is directly dealing with our elders and apostles, man. And that's a heavy statement because people don't believe that. But so what if they don't believe, man? We're focused towards the goal, all right? Death can't get in the way. The guillotine won't stop us. Martial law won't stop us from giving everything we have to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right? It says, let's go back into the article. It says, yet the idea that every American has an equal opportunity to move up in life is false. Social mobility has declined over the past decades. Median wages have stagnated, and today's young generation is the first in modern history expected to be poorer than their parents. The lottery of life, the postcode where you were born, can account for up to 2/3. Wow. Hey, you see? We can't make this up, man. It says can account for up to 2/3 of the wealth an individual generates, man. So instead of us saying, you know what, I'm going to be better than my parents. I'm going to make a life to where now they're in my shadow. Now, this society is built where you're poorer than your parents, man. But this place is set up on a scale that's gonna be is going to be ultimately destroyed, man. Get it real quick. This is Daniel 5. All right, and this was the transition from the Babylonian Empire to the Medo-Persians, man. All right, they were feasting, giving up wicked sacrifices, abominable things. Okay, and the message was sent onto them. All right, by the prophet Daniel. It says, Daniel 5:24. Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written. Many tekel or parson. This is the interpretation of the thing. Many, the Lord had numbered thy kingdom and finished it. And that's related to Babylon. All right. And spiritual Babylon to this day, man, because this kingdom is numbered and finished. And there was I wish I could actually just pinpoint this. There was a message that actually was sent to like the global elites. All right, that the Elder Yakinar goes into, man. He had brought out a while back how they actually were given a message like this, man, telling them that basically their kingdom was numbered and finished, man. In real time, in modern days, man, like a few years back. Okay, I just don't have the article firsthand, but this actually happened. But it says, Tekel, thou art weighed in the balance and are found wanting. Wanting means insufficient. And that's America. America is an insufficient society. You never have enough. Haggai 1:6, man. He that earneth wages, earneth to put it in a bag of holes. You can never, so to speak, that word Jake always used, you can never get straight in this society, man. You can never get straight, man. And if you're in your right mind, you're a man of the Lord. Hey, you don't want to get straight here, man. You want to get straight with the Lord ultimately, but this society, man, it's only going to crumble more and more. So it says 28, Perez, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. And you could just fill in that blank and say thy kingdom is divided and given to the Israelites, man. Let me get this one real quick. Let me see if they have some more in the article as well. All right, this is Matthew 12:25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And that's like, to America, man. America is divided against itself. Civil wars, class wars, race wars, mass shootings, chemical spills, hurricanes, tornadoes, twisters, tempests, inflation, famine. Wake up, Jacob. All right? The American dream is just that. You have to be asleep to believe it, man. All right? It says, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? That's right, man. And these Edomites are making their tongues fall against themselves, man. But that's the curses. You see, there's many judgments looming over this society, man. And it's going to be destroyed ultimately. Sleep others. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:6. It says, I'm going to start at 4. 1 Thessalonians 5:4. But ye brethren, I'm going to start at the top. Hakeem. 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And that's the essence of America. America pushes peace and safety, comfortability. Oh, sleep with your doors open. Sleep with your windows open. Wake up in the morning, you can hear the crows. And you can hear the roosters, the cocks crow. All right, you can see the sunrise and the sunset. All right, but the sun is about to set spiritually on America. And it's not a time to be in a comfortable mode. It's in a time to be a watchman, standing upon that watch, being circumspect. Ooh, this is going on over here. Ooh, this is going on over there. Well, we can clearly see they're about to go with their move at any moment now. This economy is about to crash. The system is about to fail. That's the mindset you have to be in as a man of the Lord. There's nothing wrong with always watching. But this society, it tries to pull you down so much to where these people in the society, they push the vibration of lackadaisicalness, basically, to just be chilling all the time and just not be worried about anything, man. That's not the spirit of a man of the Lord. The spirit of a man of the Lord is he's ready at any moment. War is approaching. So if you're not prepared, you're going to get mowed down, man. The Lord don't want his men to get mowed down, man. Of course, some of us are going to be martyrs. But the Lord don't want us to just be out here with a light. Like they say, like them old jakes say what? Like walk around with like a chicken with your neck cut off with, or your head cut off, man. No understanding, man. No, we're going to have understanding even until our last breath in this society, man. And that's just what it is, man. That's just how we were made. We were made different, okay? So we embrace pain different. We embrace life different, man. We embrace trials, tribulations, and we're going to embrace death different, man, than anybody else. Because if we be of that number, okay? But it says, verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, and that day should overtake you as a thief. Right? We're in the light, man. We're children of the day. We in the know, okay? We know these things are gonna happen and gonna pop off, so that day is not gonna overtake us as a thief. It's gonna overtake these other people as a thief. And they're gonna be surprised. Like when you get a good surprise, right? Or like when something catch you off guard, you just jump unexpectedly, like, damn, ooh, I didn't expect that. Just imagine that with all this hell that's about to overtake this place, man. But it says, verse 6, and that's the point I wanted to make. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So we don't want to sleep as do others, man. All right? The American dream is just that. You have to be asleep to believe it. Now let's get this last article paragraph. It says, inequality is much more than a side effect of free market capitalism. It is a symptom of policy negligence, where for decades credit and monetary stimulus shortcuts too easily substituted for structural reform, investment, and economic strategy. Capitalism has been incredibly successful at boosting wealth, but it has failed at redistributing it. Today, without a push to redistribute wealth and opportunity, our model of capitalism and democracy may face self-destruction. And I wanna bring out that point because it says capitalism has been incredibly successful at boosting wealth, but it has failed at redistributing it because these international bankers, they bail out other bankers. They bail out these banks. They bail out the rich. Right? What happens to the poor? What happens to them? They just get more and more poor. All right? But the scriptures say, blessed is the poor. That's the Israelites, man. That's the elect. All right? For we are rich. Right? We're rich in the spirit. This is the word capitalism. It says an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit. That's these international banking families, man. They're private owners. These banks, these big bankers, they're private owners, man. All right? It says private enterprise, free enterprise, you see? So that's that small percent that owns America, man. And has a hand in America. But guess what? Just as they put their hand in America, they're going to take it back. And they're going to withdraw, and all hell is going to break loose in there. They're pulling out of this place right now, man. You know? Because this society is filled with iniquity, man. Like, you have to be tired of this place, man. If you're not sick of this place, sick of America, hey, man, you through. You through, man. You through. All right? I think it's in Zephaniah. Okay, here it is. Zephaniah 3:3. It says, her princes within her are roaring lions. All right, they're adversaries, man. It says, her judges are evening wolves. They gnaw not the bone till the morrow. Man, evening wolves, man. And that's who. Hey, man, that gives me chills because, all right, in this court system, you have these judges that go before the courts and they have your life in their hands. And when they take that gown off, they're evening wolves. All right? Their mindset is devour, devour until there's nothing left. So the American dream is just that. You have to be asleep to believe it. All right? The American dream is just that. You have to be asleep to believe it. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Haloyim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of the double honors. Until next time, Shalom. Kwame Shalom.